Hi, this is John Yori. I'm president of United Soldiers and Sailors of America. I'm here with.
Hello, everybody. Good evening. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Steve Agnelli. I'm the board chair of United Soldiers and Sailors of America. Thank you for joining us this evening.
Yes, thank you for joining us this evening. We're waiting for a few folks to come online here, but we are, again, we might have to repeat this, but we are on here this evening as a special live social media platform to talk about our Wounded Defenders of Freedom Fund. Since our beginning, that was one of our flagship programs, was the Wounded Defenders of Freedom Fund. What that does is that it provides basic essentials to Purple Heart recipients or combat wounded veterans in need when they find themselves in critical need. So we provide food, shelter, utilities. We work with banks to help them with if they're in foreclosure. We work with landlords in the event that they're facing eviction or behind on their rent, whatever the critical need may be. Now, the reason we're on here tonight is that when we get a special case from a Purple Heart combat wounded vet, which we have in front of us right now, we need to activate the Wounded Defenders of Freedom Fund. 100% of every dollar that's brought into that fund is restricted and goes right back out to that veteran in need and his family. We currently right now have Brian. He's a Afghan OEF combat wounded vet. Him and his wife. They have a few children. Actually, they have an infant as well. They live in Brookfield, Connecticut, and they've reached out to us. They found us on Google, and they saw the Wounded Defenders of Freedom Fund, and they've contacted other organizations as well. And we'll let Steve talk about this too. What they need right now is food. So they've gotten themselves into a bit of a hurdle they need to get over, rather, with their house. They had an infestation of insects in the house, and Brian is 100% disabled, disabled. He's 100%, and so he does get a check. They do well during the week, during the month rather. It's just that with this particular case, what has happened is that they've had to expend a lot of their resources, financial resources, to remedy the situation in the house. You know, he's got babies in there. He's got children. You can't have mice and insects running around the house. So it cost him a great deal of money to do that. So he reached out to us saying, hey, this is the situation. Obviously, we verified. We've been doing this for 8+ years now, so we verified who he is. So we're all good to go on that. So what we're doing now is asking folks to donate whatever you can afford so that we can give him a gift card to his local grocery store. What was it called, Steve, up there? It's Stop and Shop?
Stop and Shop is the name of the grocery store, John.
Okay, it's Stop and Shop. It's in Brookfield, Connecticut. And so that they can go shopping. And again, they have a baby, so they need diapers and formula as well as food. So the request here is for food. It's not for anything else. They'll be okay. They just need to get over this hurdle. So what we're trying to do is get as much money together as possible so that we can buy a gift card for groceries at the Stop and Shop in Connecticut. What they do is they'll just bring their ID up there, and we've already talked to the manager. They show their ID to the manager, and we're hoping the store will also do something as well, give them a gift certificate as well. So we're asking people, please donate so that we can buy the gift card as much as we can get. We're hoping to raise at least $500 just to get them through the month for groceries, diapers, formulas, baby wipes, things like that. So you'll see it scrolling at the bottom of our screen here, our website, usasoa.org. You can go there, click the programs and services, and then scroll down. You'll see Wounded Defenders of Freedom Fund. Click on that. You'll see the testimonies from other veterans that we've helped and their families that we've helped through similar critical situations where they've been in need of food or housing, utilities paid, things like that. So we're just asking everybody, if you can donate $5, donate $5. Whatever it is you can do. So again, just go there. But I'm going to let Steve talk for a few minutes, the importance of this program and how it directly impacts the quality of their lives, especially when they find themselves in such critical need, that all of us can join together and help them get over this hurdle. So go ahead, Steve, and let you talk for a little bit now.
Yeah, thank you, John. I appreciate it. And thank you once again, everybody, for tuning in this evening. It's great to have everybody here online. And yeah, we definitely have a need right now, and we it's our duty to kind of step up and help this gentleman out. He's kind of served our country, so now it's kind of our turn to serve him. Like I said, it's just a small bump in the road that this gentleman and his family have to get over that hurdle, as John was saying earlier on. A lot of the infestation that actually took place with this gentleman's family, with Brian and his wife's family and children, what happened was a lot of the bedding, the blankets, a lot of the materials within the house had to be discarded because there was a lot of droppings and that nature on that. So we are just asking for food at this point. Don't get me wrong; it's very important that they eat. That was a critical need of theirs, and that was one of the first things that they had mentioned. And John had talked about it earlier, but he didn't get into great detail. And I'm not going to get into detail and name a lot of these organizations out there that didn't step up and help. But a lot of organizations out there, he had called a lot of organizations before he called us, and there were some big organizations out there that talk a big game, that have nice, luxurious salaries. We don't take any of that money, a lot of that salary. We don't take any salaries, as a matter of fact. And as a matter of fact, 90% of your donations go right to help out veterans out there, believe it or not. There is a small cost to help with our administrative fees that we have. But yeah, Brian and his family are facing a crucial need right now. And this Wounded Defenders of Freedom Fund is essential for those veterans out there that need help. So Brian was a little bit taken back by John saying, yeah, sure, we can help you. And
Yeah.
I'm like, that's what we do. We're an organization. We're a veterans organization founded on grassroots principles that John and one of his coworkers, Chris, at the time, started 8 years ago. And we've been doing this for the last 8 years. I've been a part of the organization for 5 years, serving on the board for just maybe a little bit about a year now in this capacity. So I have firsthand seen the good that we have done for veterans out there. And one thing, folks, that really hits near and dear to my heart is when there's a request for food. Yeah. How is like, hey, we don't know if we're going to be able to eat. We just got to get over this hurdle. All of our savings basically went to help combat this infestation. They had to get rid of all the rodents and everything that was in their house at this time. Yeah. And then by doing that, he absolutely had no choice, folks. And I tell you what, John was there to answer the call. John answers every single call. And now it wasn't us saying, hey, you need to reach out to somebody else, because we feel that we can make an impact and help out Brian and his family. And that's why we're on here tonight, to help out. Anything that you can donate, please. We're asking for $1, $2, $3, whatever. I know this is a crucial time. I know a lot of people are still out of work. And it's very, very hard times out there with the price of food and everything going up. Inflation is at an all-time high. It's highest in like 20 years. So please donate what you can. This is going to go help Brian and his family out. And also, John had mentioned that he has an infant. Yeah. And the infant needs formula, and that stuff is expensive.
And diapers, yeah.
And diapers as well.
Expensive.
So all of that. Everything that you donate tonight is going to go to help Brian and his family, and he would be ever so grateful. And we, as an organization, would be ever so grateful for any donation that you can make tonight, because it's all about serving them, right? It's like, hey, he served our country. He's 100% disabled vet. He's a combat vet. He's been there. He's been on the battlefield. There are certain things in place in which his mortgage company is going to kind of help him out with that. He's already a month behind on his mortgage. I didn't mention that to you, and I don't think John mentioned it earlier. But like I said, that's not, any of this money is going to go directly to help feed them. What we're trying to do is we're trying to, I think John had spoke to me over the phone. He said that there was a Whole Foods and a Stop and Shop, and not to bash Whole Foods. Whole Foods is a very expensive grocery store.
Yeah, it is. It's too expensive for what they need right now. Yeah,
100%. You know, great food, quality bakery, and everything, but we're not going to go that route.
No.
You know, we're not going to go the Whole Foods route. We decided to go, you know, the alternate route with the Stop and Shop.
Yeah.
Some of you have heard the name Giant before. It's kind of tied. It's got the same logo, but that is a grocery store right there in Brookfield, Connecticut. So we've already coordinated. John has already contacted the manager. All of the funds raised are going to go straight to the store. Yeah. Brian is going to be able to show up at the Stop and Shop. I almost said Giant. It's Stop and Shop. To pick up that gift card and go shopping and put food in his cupboards, put formula in his child's mouth, and his family will be able to eat, all because of your gracious donations, in which whatever you can help make this evening. We plead to you all for your help, and we appreciate any help whatsoever that you could provide for Brian and his family. And we thank you all for tuning in tonight.
Yeah, thanks very much. And one other note too that came to mind was, but as Steve was talking about the infestation, they had to throw away clothing, they had to throw away bedding, so many things that we all take for granted, especially here in DC tonight. It's gotten chilly. I think we're like in the 40s now, but they're up in Connecticut. They're up in Brookfield, which I obviously looked it up, and they're just kind of heading into the inner part of the state, which is a little bit more chillier as well, a little colder. So they're in need of blankets, they're in need of clothing for the baby, they're in need of clothing for the children. So just general items, if you have or can donate those sort of things, please get in touch with us. And again, scrolling at the bottom here, you'll see our website. You can go there through the Contact Us page on our website and send us a message saying you have blankets, or if you want to buy blankets and send it to them, get in touch with us. We'll facilitate that. You can send it to them through Amazon Prime. We'll make that connection between you and Brian and his family, so that you can just send it directly to him and to the family if you want to send blankets. I know on Amazon you can get blankets for like $5-10. We're just looking for clothing. Just again, get them over this hurdle. They're going to be fine. It's just that with that infestation and the costly expense of remediating that kind of infestation has really taken, like Steve said, has really taken them by surprise. And so they need this help right now. So again, all they're asking for is food for their children, for themselves, so they can get through this difficult month. Pentagon Federal I spoke with them. They're actually working with them, so there's not going to be a problem there with their housing. So that's fantastic. And kudos to Pentagon Federal. They're fantastic in doing that. And so again, please go to our website, donate whatever you can. A few dollars helps. And then we can send that money right up to, what is it again? Stop and Shop. I don't know why I can't remember that. Somehow I can't remember Stop and Shop. But it's up in Brookfield, Connecticut. They can go shop, and hopefully we can get this done by tomorrow. So we're hoping to raise a couple $100, with children and the cost, like Steve said, the inflation, the cost of food is skyrocketing right now, especially up there in Connecticut as you get farther north. So they are experiencing that as well. So whatever you can do, folks, please just donate whatever, $5-10. Just go to our website, go to USASOA, you'll see it scrolling at the bottom, usasoa.org. Hit programs and services. Right under programs and services, you'll see the Wounded Defenders of Freedom Fund. And again, 100% of that will go right back out to Brian and his family tomorrow. So please do what you can. And any last words? I mean, and again, if you have blankets, you have children's clothing, even baby clothing, get in touch with us as well. If you have gently used things like that, you're able to send them. We'll facilitate that, get you connected with Brian and his family, so that you can send the clothing directly up to their house up in Connecticut. They need everything. I mean, that infestation was horrible. So whatever you can do to help out for food, to get this food card to them tomorrow, or clothing, please do it. And again, it's scrolling at the bottom of the screen here, our website. And Steve, I guess I'll let you say the last few words, and we'll get going here, and hopefully people will respond.
Yeah. Lastly, thanks, John. We just want to say, thank you for all of the donations and donors that we've had in the past that continually donate to help out our mission, and we want to thank any new future donors as well. I think it's really important that John already said, please go out to the website to look at the programs and services, but we can also once you go to the website, you can see exactly the testimonials that John spoke about of all of the servicemen and women that we have helped in the past. We do not turn anybody down. When somebody comes to us for assistance, if we can help them, we provide the resources that they can be helped straight up. Mm-hmm. So please do what you can. Like I said, I know this is a plea to everybody. I know the times are hard right now, but it's essential that Brian and his family get the help that they need. Like I said, this is just a temporary thing right now. He is going to be okay, as John had spoken about earlier on, but it just hits near and dear to my heart when a veteran cries out and says that, hey, my savings has been drained. I'm behind now on my mortgage because of this infestation, and that, we're running low on formula and my baby might not be able to be fed in the next couple of days. So we are thankful once again for anything that you could donate. Please go to our website, check out our programs and services. It's the Wounded Defenders of Freedom Fund is what you're after. And 100% of those proceeds that are raised this evening will go help Brian and his family. I want to thank you, and I salute you, and I appreciate all your support. And let's do what we can and help Brian and his family.
Exactly. Yeah. They're counting on us. They served, like you said, they served us. It's our turn to turn around and do what we can do to help them through this difficult time. If everybody pitches in a little bit, we can make a big impact. And that's kind of been our motto over the past 8+ years. And the success of our mission is based on our grassroots efforts to get out here, motivate people, inform folks about what the need is. Because as Americans, we are extremely generous people. There's a lot of division in our country right now, but we're Americans first and foremost. We know that in our hearts. The political nonsense will calm down, and we'll get back to who we are. But when a crisis event occurs, we come together, and this is one of them. We need to come together and help this combat wounded vet and his family get through this hurdle. We're only asking for food, so please do what you can. And again, I'll reiterate. They also need clothing for the children. They have an infant that needs clothing as well. If you have blankets, bedding, sheets, things like that, the infestation destroyed everything. So pillows, whatever you can do. Now, again, don't send them to us, those items. Contact us. Go to our website. We're just scrolling. Get to the contact us page. Let us know you have things or that you can buy it on Amazon. And we'll facilitate that connection between you and Brian and his family up in Connecticut, that you can actually ship it right to his house, clothing or whatever you want to donate. Anything is extremely appreciated right now by them. So please do what you can. And we're talking about children involved here. There's no reason whatsoever for these children, and certainly not for that baby, to go hungry. They did way too much for our country to have this happen. And it would be a shame if we let it slip through the cracks. So again, I want to thank everybody. Send us a message on Facebook. Go to our website to the Contact Us page to donate. Again, website, and under Programs and Services, you'll find the Wounded Defenders of Freedom Fund. So again, thanks, Steve, for taking the time with me again this evening. I know you got a family waiting for you there. And he's got a wonderful set of kids and Kelly. Just fantastic people, and we will keep everybody posted. We'll let you all know, just how things are going with Brian and his family, and we'll be back again. So please do what you can, folks. Thank you very much. Bye now.